Okay, you sit here, you start before you. Okay? Good. Good evening, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to YV's Conservatoire. This is an extraordinary occasion, and I can promise you that there has never been a concert in Brunei remotely like this one. So we're delighted that you're all here. There's a packed house, and we're very, very pleased to be here ourselves. I've been asked just to say a little about how this concert happened, and to introduce myself and the 7 amazing pianists who we are going to hear tonight. My name's John Dunstan, and this concert came about because of a dinner party. It grew out of a dinner party that happened here in Brunei in October, hosted by one of our guests tonight, Yop Hong, who is here and whose daughter will be playing. And a colleague of mine who was here with me, we were invited by Kui Kian, who's also here tonight, to this dinner party. And it was a musical dinner party. I'm beginning to suspect that there was a scheme all along of which I was completely ignorant. But anyway, here we are. And during the dinner party, we talked about music and played a bit of music afterwards. And in particular, one of the guests there, Jin Hua Leong, seemed to be very enthusiastic when he heard about a piece of music that had been written for 16 hands at 2 pianos, 8 players at 2 pianos, written by me, as it happens. And he what can you do? It had to come out sometime. And Jin said, well, why don't we perform it here? And I said, no, nonsense, you never get 8 pianists together. But I had underestimated Jin Hua's amazing entrepreneurial skills. And about a month ago, I had another email from him saying, hi John, I have 7 other pianists. Have you got the music? Because he knew I was coming back. So then I had to find the music, found the music, and brought it over. What now seems incredible is that 2 weeks ago, yesterday, I arrived in Brunei again. Jin was in fact in England at the time. But Rebecca, who's here, I'm going to introduce them all in just a moment, took over the organisation for the first week, and the team you see here started rehearsing. Jin came back a week ago yesterday, and in the meantime, this concert has got off the ground. So we're not only performing that one piece, about which I'll say more later, but they've put together a delightful programme of music with, as I've realised now is traditional in Brunei, loads of food in the middle. You can't have an event in Brunei without food. So that's how we're here. It has been a most remarkable privilege for me to be working with these 7 terrific young people, so full of spirit and talent and enthusiasm and energy in getting all this off the ground. And I just want to introduce them now. And they're professional musicians, amateur musicians. We have Apple, who's sorted out the venue for us here. Apple is a music teacher. Jiaxin, who is a pharmacist and an excellent pianist. Where's Jiaxin? Here. And he was also at the infamous dinner party. We have Jin Hua Leong, who got all this off the ground. Who's a music student herself. Joyce, who's a most amazing improviser, great musician, freelance musician. Joyce. Yishui, who is a dentist by day. And Rebecca, who's organised us all here, a very, very hard-driving piano teacher herself. We've all had free lessons from Rebecca. So there we are. So special thanks really to Apple for getting the venue organised, to Jin and Rebecca, to Kois who put this programme together, and it's a lovely programme it is. Thank you for that. And I'm particularly pleased to the Kui Kian, who's the sort of begetter of all this, is here as well, sitting over there. There we are. And I have to say, as a very old and retired school principal, what an extraordinary pleasure and great thrill it is that 3 former students from my old school, Leighton Park, are also here tonight. Isn't that wonderful? 3 Bruneian students. So really pleased to welcome Zaza and Rashida and Melissa. So pleased you could be here. Right, a few announcements now. I've been asked to say, I can't believe that I've been asked to say this. There is a thing called concert etiquette, and you are asked not to talk during the performance, as if you would. Anyway, you've heard it now, so no excuses, all right? I've also been asked to ask you, if you're going to clap, and you seem very enthusiastic at the moment, just to clap at the end of each item of the 6, not at the end of individual movements, if there might be a pause in the middle. All right, see what I mean? Yeah. There are, as I've said, refreshments provided by the pianists, which are outside. It shows how naive I am. I was asking, should we make an announcement about them? Should we tell people what to do? And the person I asked, I won't identify who it was, looked at me rather sort of patronisingly, said, look, they'll know how to serve themselves. And of course, that's quite true. That's quite true, you will. So refreshment, I won't say a thing. You know, if you can find them, good. That's great. Now, there is one other thing. This is YV's conservatoire, and YV's not here, is she? But she's graciously let us use this tonight. There are costs involved, not only getting the food here, but in also moving the pianos because they've got to be tuned afterwards. There is a very nice white china bowl by the door, which already has some very nice donations in there, so those pink-coloured notes with a 10 on. There are other notes with other numbers on as well you could put in, but that's a bowl. The bowl, I must say, has been loaned free of charge by the Rizkun Hotel. I should tell you, they know about it. It's all right. And it's going back tonight, empty. But the bowl is there for you to put a donation in at the end to help the conservatoire, you know, defray the costs of tonight's concert. All right? And so anything you put in will be gratefully received. And that's it from me. One of the pianists will introduce each of the items, and I think that's it. On with the show. Some of the pianists who aren't playing till later will go outside and just relax outside till it's their turn. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to ask Rebecca to introduce the first item. Okay? Thank you all.
Please bear with us as we take care of a couple of logistics with the camera. And if we have one of those, these, I would invite you to put it on stun or silent mode so that it doesn't ring or vibrate. Starting off with a French number, you'll realize that throughout the program there will be Russian, French, Austrian, and British composer. But because it's French, it's by Debussy. He's a really famous late Romantic, early 20th century composer. This is one of his earlier works. is an attempt to sort of depict elves in their night dances, and the fourth is ballet. John and I, we are going to be playing on one piano. It's a four-person, one piano, four-hand, two-person, one piano. And we're going to switch parts. You'll be playing the first part, second part differently. And whenever the camera is ready, we can start.